The story tonight concerned the Little Mermaid being everywhere in Summoners War Siege battle. So not only Disney will give me nightmare about Little Mermaid, Summoners War can as well. Damn, I love that intro. Huge like for editor John for doing an amazing job once again. So in this video will be a recap for the 2 siege that happened last week. This was the first one where we got first, and this was the second one where we got last. Dude, this one was rough. The Mihyang, Cichlid, LD4 and LD5 defense were wrecking us. Our offense winner was through the floor. So let's check out the highlight for the first one. So once again, we got a Mihyang Cichlid Dark Assure situation. This is currently my favorite offense against this defense. I have 2 sets of this because I don't want to deal with any violent proc. Because look at this. We go in, we buff, we do amazing damage, and we're starting off with 2 missing defense break already. So that was a very big red flag. So this defense in particular, I fought it before, I lost. And this was my second attempt. I lost the first replay because it got flooded in the replay system. So the Ashura went in and just violent proc like 3 times, and my Roy was killed turn 1 with my Roy Triana Raccoon offense that I thought I'm gonna be okay. But then my Roy was destroyed turn 1 with a stupid Dark Ashura. I couldn't believe it. I swear I will try my best to never use a slow offense against these kind of thing anymore, because killing them turn 1 is the best possible way. No more violent proc if they are dead. Okay, so if you own a Dark Assassin for the Hope Heroes, cleave them. Next up, we have the trendy Nephthys Stripper Kinky defense, and I'm going in with triple revive, and one of them has Oblivion, which is the Ayunu. And with the accuracy leader skill of the Nana, I was very confident that I'm going to land the Oblivion on the Kinky. And if I land Oblivion, I'm going to be okay. But I didn't land the Oblivion. Dude, that was so scary. But I know I have 1 more life in the Nana, so things are not very, very bad just yet. But I realized that, wow, I now have to hit the blue guy, which means I can't kill the Nephthys in time. So it was a little bit scary, not gonna lie, until I realized that I have defense break now, so I'm gonna be okay. So defense break on, I hit this blue guy 1 more time, and I could finish off the Nephthys. And after that, you should be okay for the most part. If you don't own a Nana or a Perna, you might want to go in with something that can also self-revive, like a bomb. I think Blue Joker is definitely going to be one of the best options as well. With the self-revive, you take the damage, and you destroy them with your own damage. So right here, I was waiting for a chance for Oblivion onto the Kinky, because the moment that land on the Kinky, I know I'm going to be okay. So Oblivion land on the Kinky, you can start critting once again, and he's not a problem anymore. Match 3, we got something very interesting here. So we have an attack buffer and attack buff booster. We have Pontos and Odin, so the damage might be random, and the damage can be very scary. So for this one, I'm using some sort of a new offense I'm trying out. We have a Triana with minus 20 from wind and very tanky. We have a Juno, and we have a Blue Ever. So Blue Ever passive allow her to take reduced damage. So even with attack buff, potentially the Odin might not be able to kill the Blue Ever. So that was the plan I was trying against my Guildmate defense, and it worked out pretty fine against the Pontos as well, because the Juno can strip all the buff. But the attack buff didn't happen. I was hoping to see the attack buff to see if it's gonna be able to kill me, but it didn't happen. So it was pretty much, oh, I think it happened here. And he hit the Juno, so the Juno was saved by the Triana. Nothing really bad happened here, and if you can just kill them 1 by 1, it shouldn't be a problem. And Blue Ever is a perfect tank for the Odin while he's not having full stack, because without ignore defense, my Blue Ever can take on this Odin for days. Look at that. He was only doing about 15% of her HP, so she's gonna be just fine for a long time. Okay, you know what? He's kind of doing a bit more damage now, but then Triana's gonna have the passive back soon, so there was really no threat to my team at this point. It really relied on the first turn attack buff, which didn't happen. And if you see any sort of Odin without attack buff defense, then it's gonna be rather easy. So have a Triana in there, minus wind, very, very tanky, and a strong tank water unit, and you're gonna be just fine against most Odin defense. This one, once again, my greatest nemesis in Siege. We have a Sylvia defense. So this one I thought was going to be a very boring, easy offense. I have a dark tank for the Narsha, and Narsha can defense break, so I know that everything will go for the Dias. But then I had too much resistance, and the defense break didn't happen. So that was problem number one. Problem number two is I didn't go straight for the Sylvia. I actually attempted trying to kill the Narsha first because I thought if I take care of the Narsha early, then he wouldn't have much of a damage dealer. But it wasn't as easy as I thought. We do have a lot of damage. We do have a lot of dots. But the team up of Sylvia combo with the violent proc from Ophelia and the cooldown reduction that Ophelia can enjoy is scary. So even though I still think I'm winning at this point, like it was easy until until Sylvia started going very, very crazy. So we healed up and then we do the strip, but then I didn't provoke the Ophelia, unfortunately. So I think the team up and cooldown reduction make Sylvia such an incredible unit for Siege because with low cooldown Ophelia shield just negate all of my dot damage, and the moment Nora goes down, it was really rough. I still thought I had a chance to win though, but the shield that keep going up take away all of my potential damage output, and the moment Sylvia smelled blood on Rika, there was no going back. There was no going back. There was no defense break on my DS the entire time as well. So he was doing a very good job controlling the damage from the Narsha. Sylvia being dark just go absolutely crazy, and there was no way I could control the Sylvia at all, and he got me. This Sylvia defense once again got me. Every Sylvia defense is annoying as hell, so we lost this one, even though I thought it was going to be an easy offense for me. Next up, we have a new offense that I've been using and I love this. So we have the Mihyang Cichlid Danu. Danu is a high attack unit that required to have attack crit damage, all that good stuff, and he's not as tanky as the Dark guy. So usually I don't need a crazy damage team. This one I have the Dark Grad to go for the speed buff, and Mihyang is gonna do amazing damage with speed buff. And the Dark Rat, if you don't go with skill 2, you can actually use skill 1 to boost another unit attack buff by 15%. And with speed buff, I was easily outspeeding the entire enemy team. Even though the Cichlid could be on Swift, I could outspeed that easily as well because Korra has 10 speed advantage compared to Cichlid in the base. So outspeeding Cichlid is very, very simple with Korra. So for this one, I buff speed and I noticed that Mihyang need the attack bar. So I'm going to buff the attack bar of Mihyang. And then with the damage combo with the Wind Robo AoE, it was more than enough to kill most Danu out there. And Wind Robo is absolutely incredible in Siege as well, providing the strip, the pushback, and the stun. And these units, when they're stunned and slowed down, they're not that scary anymore. And I will just use my time to kill them one by one. And Wind Robo against no fire unit is absolutely incredible. So you might consider using this offense if you are having trouble trying to stay alive against the Mihyang Cichlid. And maybe not a tanky unit, like maybe a Kali or a Danu. Then you can try using this to snipe the threat and then use Wind Robo to control Mihyang Cichlid, and you're probably going to be okay. This next one right here might be a bit boring because it's just one of the most broken offense that I have or anyone can build because it's just so strong. You will outspeed most things very, very comfortably, and Sonya will kill anything very comfortably. Mihyang with attack buff and speed buff also become a nasty damage dealer, and you will just snipe 2 units rather quickly. Mostly against, I think, LD5, tanky, or non-swift defense. And I'll definitely run this when the guild require me to, hey, Sean, can you finish this battle in like 15 seconds? And it's one of the offense that I use all the time for that purpose. This next one, oh my god, it blew my mind. So I thought I had a fun team and safe team at the same time. We had a fire unit to tank the Brita. And then there are a lot of multi-hit from the enemy, so there's going to be a fun couple revenges going on with the Manon and the Leica. And I thought I was winning this one rather easily because I have Cha-Cha to steal the Perna attack power as well. So there was no damage coming out from Cha-Cha, but this blue thing, she was surprising me. And because she didn't really proc violent, and I didn't notice she was on Despair until a bit later, she was on Despair. And oh my god, it was brutal because the moment you stun the Leica, he's also useless and he can't cleanse himself. So I needed the cleanse from the Cha-Cha, but it was definitely not happen. And somehow my Manon just never revenged this blue thing. She revenged the Perna and the Tianlang once in a while, but she never revenged this blue thing properly so that I can actually control her. I was hoping for one revenge anywhere in between, but it didn't happen. But still, at this point, I think I was very confident in winning because we got rid of the Tian Lang. He got rid of my Cha-Cha. But then a Perna is not that good against a Leica. And then I do have a nice damage dealer for the Perna as well. So I wasn't that scared just yet, especially when this kind of funny revenge proc happened. But. So we're going to take the Perna out of the picture very, very soon here with the Leica damage. No problem whatsoever. And at this point, I thought, it's going to be in the back. I have 2 units on the field. And as long as my Manon Revenge one time and stun that thing, I'm going to be okay. Because with 1 defense break and the stun happened and the follow-up, and my Leica was out of the picture. It was, oh my god. And that's pretty much it. Because Manon would never revenge when she's alone against an enemy. So she would just need to strip my Manon. And there was just nothing I can do about it. Dude, one time my Manon could stun this blue thing. And I could have been okay. I think she didn't stun this stupid blue thing the entire time. And it was tragic. Very, very tragic. And for the next siege of the week, we were fighting Insula and Saigon FC. And it was brutal. Let's get into it. For the second siege battle, we are starting off strong with another Mihyang Cichlid Danu. I knew the Cichlid was on Vio, so I put my best Swift set on my Draco. We got a Speed Leader with the Wind Twin combination. I've been using this as well. I absolutely love it because I can one-shot something turn 1. And I have a Fire Tank. In case the Cichlid defense break the Fire unit or the Wind unit, my Wind unit will still be safe from the Mihyang damage. So, starting off with a good old buff from the Draco with double defense, that is totally useless. But Wind Twin usually pack more than enough damage to destroy the Danu or let's say a Kali. I think even Kali is going to die to the Wind Twin. So, if I Violent Proc anywhere in between, I will one-shot the Mihyang very, very easily as well. So, after Danu's out of the picture, Mihyang Cichlid is not that scary anymore. And the Wind Twin will take care of the other 2 units rather easily. So one is on Swift, the other one can be on Violent. But I think the one attack first turn should be on Swift to do the first layer of damage. And it shouldn't be in the bag rather easily if you have a very nice pair of Wind Twin. And I don't want to take turn 2. So next round we have a very boring thing here. So we're probably going to skip this one. But we have the Triana Roy and Rakuni. This is pretty much like the Wind Panda, Fangyan, and whatever healer you want to put in. And you just kill 1 unit, 1 by 1, and that's pretty much it. Because it's going to be very hard for them to actually kill you. So, very good offense, very boring. Next. In this one, I try to use a Leo team, but make it a bit more interesting with the Fire Panda here. So, Fire Panda was on high damage build, and oh my god, that was a little bit scary, not gonna lie. If the Leo died right there, I could have been in trouble. But I think we're waiting for the Panda damage here. Is going to be absolutely incredible. One more. Oh my god, my Leo was on edge the entire time. So Panda damage, very, very nice. And also the dot's going to kill the Leo with the lucky increased cooldown from the Camilla. So not as safe as using a John and Helena with nice little cleanse from John. Because the Panda cleanse is not that often. And he doesn't heal that crazy. But we do have a small heal from Camilla as well. So it is a usable offense team. Look at the damage. Ooh, that is some nasty damage from the Panda. But a little bit scary right there because I got defense broken. So another snipe attempt from the SeanB. But this one, oh boy, I thought I had this one in the bag until the light holy berry came back to haunt me once again. So as you can see, we didn't manage to kill the Mihyang, unfortunately. And then the Mihyang was protected by this guy. So I can't really attack Mihyang. I have to attack her. And then she was on violent revenge, I would say. So the counter was allowing the holy berry to potentially heal up, do damage, and defense break. So very scary defense if you don't manage to snipe the other unit. I try to strip that. I fail because none of the hit proc the strip. So that was a little bit scary because I got defense break on the Sonya. But then we got glancing debuff on the Holy Berry. So she was giving my Sonya a lot of attack power with the glancing hit. And the moment I buffed the attack again, I think we got this one in the back. But not gonna lie, it was a little bit scary. So here we take out the Mihyang. And we oblivion this thing so we can't heal anymore. And that is pretty much it. A little bit scary, but we got this one through as well. Round 4. I think this is round 4. We got the triple revive. I mean, double revive and one unit that's hard to kill because there's a dark unit over there. So I kind of need a light tank. That's why I put in the Kinky right there. And Kinky can potentially solo the entire enemy team as well. So we got the defense break first. We kill one unit. And then, oh my. Holy crap. That scared me a little bit right there because if she get attack buff one more time, maybe it's going to get a little bit tricky. But then Oblivion land on Theomars, and I freaking love Ayunu. God. Ayunu is slowly becoming one of my favorite unit in Siege content because of the Oblivion. And the fact that he comes back and do just sick nasty damage all the time. This round, I tried to experiment something with this team right here, okay? Some experiment, some fun thing for y'all. So we got the Veramos to deal with the Nefters with the revenge from 2 different units. It could potentially be very funny to see happen. But I couldn't do a lot of damage due to the defense buff coming out from the Laura. I tested this offense against my guildie and they were all using the Water Ezio that didn't have the defense buff. So my damage was really good against them, but against a defense buff, then I wasn't doing the damage fast enough. And I got another round, that stupid thing, and here we go. The magic is about to happen. Bonk, and then bonk, and then bonk, 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 and I know I'm dead. It's not like RTA where you get a lot more debuff on you and Veramos can cycle turn faster. In Siege, there are only 3 units, so he didn't gain a lot of attack bar. And God, I fucking hate Laura. Also, one thing, the Laura was on Despair too. Scary. In the next one, we have a Guildmate situation right here. So this one, I think I brought the wrong team, but I didn't have much time to prepare for this attack in particular. So I just brought in, I knew I needed a healer and a wind unit that can tank the Thessalian, but then I didn't find a unit that really fit well here, so I threw in a Riley. But then Riley is very terrible against Guildmate, so I was buffing the Guildmate all the time, but I really need the attack buff and the heal from the Riley, so I had to do it. And I was trying to sneak in a moment where I can actually kill something, but that moment was very far and few in between. But I think it still happened at the end of the day because I just needed to kill Thessalian and I would win. So I just need to find a moment where the defense break was on Thessalian and I have attack buff like this one in particular, and I could potentially kill the Thessalian. I was trying to hit some other unit to waste the healing of the Guildmate so that the Thessalian can actually be damaged. And that's when I learned how to deal with Guildmate pretty much. And the moment I can finish the Thessalian, I know this game was in the bag. So the team was not exactly the best. I still followed the elemental law with double water and a wind unit to tank Thessalian. But in retrospect, I think I could have put in a better team without the Riley. Random guildie replay of the day. So we got my guild leader Jing replay right here. I think he was trying to use the Dark Horse to tank the light damage unit. But oh boy, the Dark Horse was absolutely getting smashed by that Holy Berry. And I think the Dark Horse attack bar gain capability is definitely not as good. And he was tilting too. I think he was losing a little bit earlier. And he is losing. Look at the chat. He is losing it from this attack right here. Because he was not doing the damage that he thought he would. And then the light tank didn't tank the dark tank didn't tank the light damage dealer good enough. Because the unit heal itself, so the reflect damage wasn't as strong as you thought it would be. And he he went in, he did the thing, he didn't get the attack bar, and he was clapped. I think the unit would die here. Yes. So I think that was a tilted move right there where he transformed and didn't get enough attack bar. And after that, oh boy, here's the funny moment that is about to happen. I thought he had the chance. Boom, boom, big damage. And then Kakarno, I think, is going to go for one more time. And the moment John die is pretty much instantly over. Feels bad, man. I thought he had it, though. Like, he's kind of winning. And then boom. And John's gone. So I want to save one replay like this for my guild leader to, hey, you lost too, you know? Big shout out to Jing for giving me a fun moment right there. And for the last replay of the video, we have a little Narsha showcase. We have the Doman over there, but the weakness of Doman is that if you can kill Doman quickly, then the curse is not going to be that scary. And I also bring Thessalian to try and Oblivion the funny little healer over there that he has. And all the damage will now be focused on Doman. Narsha is absolutely incredible at providing defense break and great damage. So that is absolutely awesome. We're gonna focus on the Gaia this time actually. So without the Gaia in the field, no more healing, and that's pretty much it. I think with shield on my unit, the Dolmen won't be as good as well because I think Kamoon pretty much directly countered the Dolmen with the shield. So even if the curse was on, I don't think that's gonna be a problem for my team. And that is it. All right, guys, that is another episode of the Cichlid weekly Siege recap. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's not as crazy and fun compared to the live Siege recording. I hope you guys understand that it has been very fun for me to play Siege. I think I'd rather do this and actually give you guys good Siege content every single week instead of burning myself out trying to do every single Siege live recorded. It's just not very possible with the current setup, I would say. But hope you guys do enjoy this kind of video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.